Hello and welcome to Virtual Learning Network. This e-lecture is on Computer Basics and PC Software, Block 3, Unit 2, Introduction to Web Application 1. The topics we are going to cover are Introduction, Browsing, Searching, Email, Chat, Security Threats on Internet, Summary. So let's start with introduction. In the previous unit, we have gone through the concepts relating to networking and internet. The internet is a network of networks and is used for many applications. Internet allows you to share resources and application with ease. The internet used TCP/IP has its basic protocol on which many more application level protocols have been developed. This unit introduces you to some of the basic applications of the internet that have become part of daily routine application on any internet users. Browsing. Browsing, also called surfing, the process of looking into the information available in the web. One of the preconditions for browsing is that you should be connected to the internet. What is browser? A web browser is a software application that enables you to find, retrieve, and display information available on the World Wide Web. Browser also allow you to traverse information resources on the www. As you know that the information on the web is organized and formatted using tags of a markup language called Hypertext Markup Language or HTML. A web browser converts the HTML tags and their contents into a formatted display of information. Thus, a web browser allows you to see the rich web contents from a website. Some of the popular web servers are Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Opera, etc. How does browser work? Internet is characterized by the client-server computing that consists of three basic components. The web client, which may be the web browser, the web server that services the request of the web client, and the network that connects the client and the server through a network such as LAN, WAN or the internet. For exchanging information between the client and the server, an application level protocol, Hypertext Transfer Protocol (HTTP) is used. This protocol uses the services of TCP/IP for communication of reliable information over the internet. However, HTTP is not suitable for all kinds of application, especially that requires large amount of data transfer in real time. For example, voice over IP application which requires real-time transfer of voice data. For such application, different application level protocol have been designed. The HTTP protocol allows us to access a web page by a client running a browser. A web page is a document or resource of information that may be available on a web server. How communication takes place between web server and web browser? As stated earlier, a web browser is an application that allows you to interact with various websites on the internet. You can run a browser from your Windows desktop. This figure shows some of the important interactions or displays that are available on a browser window. Now let's start with brief discussion about some of these interactions or buttons. First one, backward or forward button. Back button can be used by you for going back to the previously visited web page, whereas the forward button is used to visit the next page. Address bar, also known as URL bar, is a place where you can type the web page address that you want to retrieve from the web address. It also displays the address of the web page currently being visited by you. Recent history. This shows the link to the web pages previously visited by you. Refresh. This is also called as reload button. It reloads the current web page. Stop. It cancels loading of the current web page. This button is used when the page is in the loading state. Search. Search box allow any term to be searched by the search engine from the web. It can also use for searching contents from the website visiting. A brief history of web browser. Some key points of the web browser are highlighted below. Microsoft Internet Explorer was launched in 1995. The usage of this software peaked in 2002 at 95%. Internet Explorer is one of the popular browser. Opera was started in 1996. It is presently one of the popular browser on a mobile phone. Firefox has evolved from Netscape. It was released in 2004. It is one of the popular browsers. Google Chrome was released in September 2008. It is also becoming popular. Type of browser. First one is line mode browser. The initial browsers were line mode text browsers. These browsers were simple and used to display text by line. They used to provide command line interface to the user on a less sophisticated computers and terminals. Next one is graphical user interfaced browser. These browsers run under graphic user interface systems such as Windows, Macintosh, etc. A graphical browsers, in addition to text, can handle images, audio, video, and animation. Java enable web browsers. These web browsers include a Java running environment that supports Java programming language. These browsers can dynamically load Java applet from web server to web client. Searching. A search engine can be defined as a tool to search diverse and disorganized sources of information available on the internet. Type of research engine. Some of the basic category of search engine are: first one is primary search engine. Such search engines use web spiders to traverse the web and scan websites for keywords, phrases to generate database of web pages having some indexing on classification. Google and Alta Vista are examples of primary search engines. Next one is web directory. Web directories organize information into categories and subcategories or directories. You can search a web directory for all those entries that contain a particular set of keywords. Directories differ from search engines in the way they organize information. Yahoo is an example of web directory. Meta search engine. Meta search engine is another search engine widely used for searching purposes. A search engine performs the following three actions: spidering or web crawling. Spider or web crawler is a computer program that browses the web pages of www in a systematic, automated manner. Search engines use Spider for getting up-to-date data on websites. They are used to create a copy of the pages visited by them for later processing to create index. These programs are also used in validating HTML code to a particular standard like XHTML or checking or validating the hyperlinks. Indexing. Once the spiders have completed the task of finding information about web pages, the search engine must store the information in such way that you are able to use it. The search engine may provide some information relating to relevant of information, maybe in the form of ranking. Last one is searching. When a user enters a query into a search engine, the engine examines its index and provides a listing of best matching web pages according to its ranking criteria. This short list usually have a short summary containing the title of the document and small part of the text. Most search engines support Boolean search. Email. Internet has changed the art of writing letters to email. Email is one of the way on internet to search messages to another people across the network. The advantage of email over postal mail may be email is faster than postal mail. Email cannot be lost like letters and can be stored for lifelong, etc. History of email. The first important email standard was called SMTP or Simple Message Transfer Protocol. SMTP were very simple and is still in use. However, SMTP has a problem. It makes no attempt to find out whether the person claiming to have sent a message is actually the same person. This basic flaw in a protocol was later to be exploited by viruses and worms and by security frauds, etc. When internet standards for email begins to mature, the POP servers begins to appear as a standard. Before that, each server was a little different. POP was an important standard to allow user to different mail systems that would work with each other. Chat. The word chat in English language means casual conversation. On internet it means the same, except that you needs to use text and your keyboard skills are tested. Earlier chatting was possible only between two people. Now you can enjoy chatting with a number of people at a time. Chatting with a number of people at a time, now you can use voice chat. It requires microphones and speakers, and video chat. It requires microphone, speaker and webcam. You can chat even using your mobile if it had that facility. Security threats on internet. The internet has many advantages. However, it also opens up security threat. In this section, we just want to highlight some of the threats that you may face because of being an internet user. When you use internet, you are faced with the three basic threat situations: confidentiality, integrity, availability. Confidential. No authorized person should be able to read or copy information that he or she is not supposed to read. Integrity. No unauthorized person should be able to modify information. Availability. No unauthorized person should be able to erase information or make it inaccessible. Authentication and authorization, mostly using username and a password, are used by some internet security system. Therefore, your username and password are very important and should be such that they cannot be broken easily. In addition, you must give the username and password only on a HTTP secure website. The information should be seen, written and made available at the required time to the authorized person only. Other threats include viruses and privacy of information. The best solution in such cases is to use internet judiciously. Use good antivirus software and firewall. Do not give your information on non-secure website. Do not download content from unsecure website, etc. Summary. This unit provides you a good account of a basic internet applications. One of the major softwares required to do browsing is the browser. Browsing is mainly looking into the content of internet using the hyperlinks. Searching is a very important activity on the internet as it contains huge amount of information. Therefore, search engines are to be used essentially to search good information. Search engine uses spiders that search the web for information about the words. Thank you for this session.